Hello everybody, welcome to OCHD and welcome to another Kotodaman video. Today we are talking about the Kamen Rider 7th collaboration. You heard that right, 7th. The only series that's had this many collaborations. We're starting off with an easy double tick. Mission 1 and Mission 6. For Mission 1 you need to clear the once a day version of this stage, the Shin ZO J stage. Mission 6, same stage, but you could also clear the Super Edition, which is just like the standard version of the stage. Total of 3 times. So if you just do the daily stage, you can't do it 3 times in one day, but if you clear the daily stage and do a couple of runs of the regular version, you can clear Mission 1 and 6 day 1. Very nice. Now this stage actually seems to have a new debuff. I don't know if it's actually new, but I've never seen it before. It seems to punish you based on your combo. Not on your combo, but rather the amount of hits you do, or your characters do. So if you have a character that does multi-hit, then that's actually going to be bad for this stage. Whereas these units, which are mostly all just single hit, it's not going to be that big a deal. From what I can tell, so what, 4 hit for 2,000, so I am assuming on this stage it's 500 damage per hit. That's just an assumption I'm making. I don't know that for sure. This is a relatively easy stage. I will warn you, the Kamen Rider stages in general have no real consistency with their difficulty. May not completely be the case for this event, but you will see even in this event there's a stage where it's like kind of tough. But if you're looking at some of the older stuff like 1 through 6, the stages, some of them are very, very difficult. Some of them are fine. Some are very easy. But there's no consistency. So just bear that in mind with this event. This is one of the slightly easier stages. It's not so easy that it's a formality, but it's not like, look, I'm in no danger of dying here. So it's fine. It's not going to be an issue. So yeah, Mission 1 and Mission 6 clear already. Easy peasy, right? Easy peasy. Mission 2, this is a nice easy one as well. There is a daily summon you can do, and this gives you a bunch of event units from the various different, well, 1 through 6. It doesn't give you anything from 7. But the units from collabs 1 through 6 event units, you can get copies of. Many of these I already have maxed up, as you can see, but some of them I don't. So actually, pretty happy with that, and make sure to do that. It'll cut down your farming just a little bit. Mission 3, get at least 2 answers correct on the Kotodaman X Kamen Rider collaboration Showa Era, Heisei Era, or Reiwa Era Quiz Quest. Now, those who are here for the last collaboration will remember I wrote out the whole thing last time. I am not doing that this time. I am sorry. Even though they're the same quiz quests in theory, because they're broken down by era, which is what they did last time, you actually might notice they have changed the quiz answers again. They seem to have done it between each collaboration, and quite frankly, it's not worth it for me to go and do that all again. I just can't be bothered. So I'm using the image here, you can see, for each quiz. As we get to each of the 3 quizzes, you'll see that image change, and that image is from Twitter. There is a Twitter account which I will link in the description that posts the answers in text form, and obviously if you can't read Japanese you won't know the context, but you don't really need to know. All you need to do is look at the column on the left and find, it'll have the first few words or the first handful of hiragana or katakana or kanji, the first handful, and you just have to match it to what's written on the screen. So right now this is like the third one, and then just the third answer. That's all you have to do. It's pretty simple. Now, another reason why this one kind of sucks is each of these questions, that even though we have like boss 1, boss 2, boss 3, as we typically do during these quizzes, the questions are not tied to boss 1, boss 2, boss 3 as they normally are. So you could be fighting boss 1 and you could have an answer from way down the bottom of the list, and like instead of following some sort of order where at least they're close together, you might not know what question you're looking for. So you need to be on the ball. You need to look at the list. Now remember, You only need to get 2 right. And as far as I'm aware, you only need to get 2 right on just one of these stages. And that will get you to tick on the bingo board. But for the sake of the video, I've done all 3. So if you need to do all 3, you still only need 2 on each. So bear that in mind. If you have to do all of them, it'll only be 2 on each. But I don't think you have to do all. I think you just have to do 1. But anyway, you just follow the image, and not only do we have the randomized order, the first quiz and the second quiz only have 10 answers. But the third quiz has more than 10 answers. So you're not even guaranteed to get the question and answers that I get for the third quiz. That's how messed up the Kamen Rider collaborations are. And there's actually a character tied to one of the, not these quizzes, but there are other quiz stages. There is a unit tied to it that you can get copies of. So quite frankly, they really go over the top with these collabs. If you're like me and you were trying to do the daily stages, they did like a little countdown to this event. They released all the daily stages for collabs 1 through 6 in like a reprint. If you're trying to do that, like we're talking, even if you had good teams for it, we're talking like a solid hour minimum to just get through all of those stages and get the copies you need. Now, fortunately, a lot of those stages have missions tied to them. You're going to get big copies, like 5, 10, 15 or more luck from the missions. So some of those stages you can max the units out very quickly. And once you start maxing out units, that makes it a lot easier because that's less stages you have to clear and you're quickly going through them. Add to that the fact that we've got that multi that's giving you copies of units as well. It's giving us a chance to catch up a little bit. Some of the units still kind of suck. I mean, there was a few that instead of needing 150 copies, you needed like 300 copies or something like, or 300 luck, 300 hammers, whatever you want to call it. Or not hammers, the fishies. Anyway, the farming is quite troublesome, and especially for the coin units. The coin units in particular are nightmarish. They require so much more effort and more farming, and some of these stages are so long, even when you've got a good team for it. One of the stages we're going to be doing later for this bingo, I've had to speed up quite a lot because I made a few mistakes, but like it is a quite difficult stage, quite challenging stage. And there's a new stage in here. When we cleared one of these stages, I think it's for mission 4. There's a chance you get like an invasion stage coming. That invasion stage is not covered in this bingo. It's not required for this bingo. But you should know if you get the invasion stage with it's like a red rider. That stage has the hammers debuff, and you see the hammers debuff in a lot of stages nowadays. It's still relatively new, and there aren't that many units that resist it. And on that stage in particular, the hammer debuff is an insta-kill. You have to get rid of it every time, or it will insta-kill you. But that is not the case for every stage in this event, or every stage of hammers, just for that one. So you gotta be ready. And that one was annoying because I just went to try that as like a little, I'll see what this stage is like. And I died, and now I need to get invaded again because I lost the stage, which sucks. So just something to bear in mind if you are going all out on this event. Also, something that I'm not going to show much in this video, but obviously, as there have been 7 collabs, there are 7 different gacha, one for each collab. The first 3, I believe, have the same special unit and therefore the same currency. But all the rest have different special units and different currencies. But you still need to use your gems to summon on it, obviously, in order to get those exchange currencies. But just bear in mind, you do get a free multi on each of those banners except for number 7. So 1 through 6, you do get a free multi. So make sure you get those before spending any gems on anything else. Now, this stage, we're going to do mission 4 and mission 7 together. So 2 ticks together again. Very nice. And basically, the Kamen Rider History stages, there's 3 of them. There's actually more, but there's only 3 available right now. For mission 7, you could just do this stage 3 times, I believe. I don't think you have to do all different versions of the stages, but You know, might as well show them to you. Now, you want to get... I've put the answer word here. If you get a matching 7, that means you've cleared the stage. If you somehow don't clear the stage, like you don't do enough damage or you spelled a word wrong, the next word is going to be different. And it's going to keep going down the line, and it's hard for me to sort of write a guide for that. So get it right first time, because it's written on the screen. Or you could just brute force it. Like, I don't think these units do enough damage where you're not going to be able to beat them. I could be wrong. You might not be able to damage them without doing the 7 combo, because they do have some sort of barrier for 7 combo. But I think normally it should be okay. And again, when I say 7 combo, I mean a 7 hiragana word. It's so complicated in this game, because you've got the hit combos, you've got the combos in, you know, the amount of letters you put together. There's a lot of, there's different ways to look at combo. This one is pretty easy. It's literally just, if you know the words, you know how to win. And in this case, you know the words. If you're watching this video, you know the words. So you just have to do 3 of these stages. And again, like I said, I don't think it matters which 3. I think you could do the first one over and over. You could do the 3 I've done here, or you could wait till later in the event and do those ones. I don't know why you do that, but you could. But I figured it was worth showing you these 3. Now you will get copies of this, like, I don't know his name, a cake. Is he a cake Kamen Rider? Cream Kamen Rider? I don't know. It looks like a strawberry shortcake to me. From doing these stages, so it is worth doing the other ones, but those are not out yet. I can't show them to you, so it is what it is, basically. And I think that this red guy on the right, I think this is the guy who has the special stage, which we have to be careful of. The one with the hammers. That's not this stage, but just something to bear in mind. And yeah, so I mean, not much else to say on this mission. Realistically, while I am trying to max everything out for this collaboration, with all of the backlog, it's quite difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. So be prepared. It is quite difficult. Luckily, the bingo missions mostly are not too bad. This one is just another one of those, like, get the answer. If you're familiar with the key quests, you will need to get the keys. I think they're just sent directly to your gift box at the start of the event nowadays. It used to be like as the event goes on, you get them as login bonuses. I don't think that's a thing anymore. They just give you the keys straight away. And also, instead of having like 6 or 7 or 8 different key stages, which they've done in the past, last few events I believe have just had 2, and then the special one. So the way it works is they send 2 of the stage 1 keys to you, they send 2 of the stage 2 keys to you, and if you could beat stage 1 once and stage 2 once, that's good enough. That's all you have to do, because you'll unlock the key for stage 3 by doing that. And we don't need to beat stage 2 and 3 for the bingo, but I'm just letting you know, because those stages do give a lot of player EXP, rank EXP, which you may want if you want to rank up and get some extra stamina and bonuses and whatever. So stage 1, easy to beat there. Have a go at stage 2 and then stage 3. And I think you can brute force them. Don't back out of the stages, though. Remember that. This item here is an item you can use in-game. It's an equipment item. You can use your characters. The item you use to exchange for that in the store, again, I do believe sent directly to your gift box at the start of the event. You don't have to do anything special for that. You just go to the store and trade it. And just like that, we're on mission 9. Where did the bingo go? Well, we skipped through quite a few, I guess. Don't worry, because this one... This one's going to take a while. This is sped up quite a bit, and it is still going to take a while. Now, one thing I've noticed with the Kamen Rider stages is the way the hiragana is set up. In my head, I'm thinking, oh, this will be easy. But they're always set up in just such a way that it makes it a little bit challenging. Just a little bit. And yeah, this is not one of the worst stages for that, but there are some where it's like, how am I gonna spell anything? This this sucks. And this stage in particular, there's a few errors I've made. For one, do not use a luck lead on this stage. There is no benefit to using a luck lead. I have used one because I didn't know that. But now I know that, don't use a luck lead. Use whichever leader is going to get you the best damage for this stage. Now, secondly, you have to get rid of the bombs. They do significant damage. They won't insta-kill you, but they do significant damage. So getting rid of the bombs is priority on this stage. Hammers, less so, but hammers help you in the fact that they do damage to the enemy. So it's going to get through the stage quicker. They do still hit you for a decent chunk though, so try and get rid of them rather swiftly. Now, one of the challenges I had when building this team was I only really had like hammer reduction on units that weren't the right type for this stage. This is a white opponent, and the white opponents, they are weak to yellow, purple, and black units. And I didn't have any yellow, purple, or black units that have the hammers, or the hammer resistance, or the hammer, whatever you'd call it. Get rid of the debuff. So I had to include some units that were not. In fact, they're mostly red, the ones I included, I think. I think, personally, for this stage, what you want to focus on is yellow and purple. And the reason I say that is because the black units, while they do boosted damage to the opponent, they also take boosted damage. So it's not ideal. There are some, like, there is a perfectly valid case for just using like a mixed team. As long as you're getting good enough damage, you're getting rid of the debuffs. But, you know, you need yellow, purple, and black to get rid of the bombs. And you need 2 per turn in a combo. So just bear that in mind. Sakamoto is actually quite a nice unit to have because after, not only does he heal, after his special, he blocks as well. So that's great. But yeah, just, you know, try and get your best damage output. Focus on the bomb. Try and get rid of the hammers at a leisurely pace. And you should be fine. And it shouldn't take as long as mine did. Mine took so long. Not one of the harder stages, but like, you need more damage if you want to get through it quickly. Otherwise, it's going to take you a long time to farm that. And I do believe that stage, those coins can be traded in for more free summons. You can get a total of 11 free summons in the single summons, in addition to the multis that you can get. And I think 5 of them are from that stage. 1 of them is from the bingo, and there's 5 in another event somewhere. I saw it in the exchange menu. So bear that in mind. So with the 1,000 gems they gave us, I decided to do a cheeky multi, because why wouldn't I, on number 7. Number 7 you don't get a free summon on, sadly. And as you can see, I got nothing. So that's great. And that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.